Here's my journey on why I got into competing in bikini. This is pretty much my whole story from when I was a little kid competing in skating all the way to now, to show you that anything is possible, and at any stage and age of your life you can make the change if you'd like. Here's me when I was a kid. I was always athletic. I was a figure skater from a very, very young age. Enjoyed it very much. That's why I teach it to this day. I was always very competitive, usually got first in my groups as a kid, and even as I got older in the harder levels, I still placed usually on the podium. Teaching skating is great, and being a skater was great for me. I also was a skier and a snowboarder because my dad was a skier, and snowboarding has been a big part of my life also. I became a pair skater in my late teens, early 20s. This is when I lost an incredible amount of weight and got almost like anorexically thin, and I think it kind of screwed up my metabolism, so that's why I gained weight in my mid-20s and why I decided to do bikini. I had to stay very small though because I had to be lifted, and that's kind of part of skating when you're a pair skater, so I lost a lot of weight and got very frail looking. Still had muscle though because I was making it through my program and lifting myself. Still did ice shows, but I wasn't competitively competing after I quit pairs. But I still snowboarded too, never gave that up. I should have competed in snowboarding. I was pretty good at that as well. I went into ring girl after I stopped doing pair skating. You can tell I gained a little bit of weight here, but it was nothing too much. I still felt confident in a bikini. But I really enjoyed doing the ring girl, just like bikini. I met a lot of fun girls, but I was sick of the driving and the commuting to all the events. I met these girls, Jill and Nancy, who actually competed bikini in the NPC and tried to get me to do it, but told me I needed to eat meat, and I didn't feel like I wanted to do that. And that's why it took so long to actually get into it when I found coaches that said, you don't have to eat meat. Did some calendar photo shoots for Ring Girl, which was a lot of fun. Met my husband in my mid-20s, actually like early to mid-20s, and we started dating, and then we got married. And he's 6'2", and so being 6'2" and me being 5'2", when we got married, we'd portion our food out evenly because, we had to be fair. And that is when I started noticing that I started to gain some weight, because in my wedding photos, I was probably 120. I'm bigger than I am now, but I was still in pretty good shape. I still continued to skate, but my alopecia, you can see here on the side, started to get really bad. I started to lose my confidence and didn't want to skate anymore and gained some weight. This is the biggest I've ever been in a skating dress in these two photos, my Disney competition I did. It was really hard for me to look at these photos because I'd always been a lot leaner than this. I went to England, and the photos from England were, whoa. And then this is one of my best friends, and she's always been pretty similar in size to me, and she looks a lot smaller in that photo. And my friend's wedding looked a little bigger there. And then by Christmas, I didn't even want to post any photos. I was like covering myself up. Went to the fair. Those boots were so tight I almost couldn't get them on. Now they're loose. My chest looked great, but that dress is huge now. I couldn't even wear it if I wanted to. But this is the photo from England trip. I was like, oh God, my vacation photos look bad. I need to make a change. This photo, I actually photoshopped my waist, and I don't use Photoshop on any of my photos. So this is when I knew it was time for me to make a serious change. This is when I started bikini. Here's my first team. I'm the second one on the left. My coach is Shannon Gill. She was great. Here is my swimsuit. I stoned it myself because I was being cheap, and I didn't stone it enough, if you can tell. I was happy with how I came in. I thought I looked great, but it wasn't quite lean enough for bikini. My backside never got lean enough, as you can see here, but it was a great improvement from the slides back. My coach had me wear this dark wig because my alopecia really kicked in, and I really had no other options. I didn't know what to do. This is some bad posing, though, and I wanted to work on that in the off season. I ended up placing 4th, which wasn't too bad. It was a small show, though. This is my next show, and I ended up getting, I needed to work on my legs, you can tell, but I ended up getting 13th but it was Emerald Cup, huge show. My tan was also not quite on point, but that's stuff you learn as you do it. I took 2 years off and competed in figure skating again, 2013. I ended up qualifying for the U.S. Nationals as a master. It was a lot of fun. I think I'm going to do it again for 2016. So I did this in 2013. I also did it in 2014. And these are my 2014 photos here. And this, I was starting to build muscle here, eating a little more carbohydrates because I was skating too, but I was working on getting my body ready for the Washington State Open, which I did, and then the Ironman after that. I'm so happy I found my extensions because now I can jump with the freedom and not worry about it. Here's me working on my arms, and then here's me trying to lean out my legs, get my thigh gap going on. And then this is me working on posing because I had a lot of complaints at that last show I had done about my posing, overdone like a figure skater. Here's my family. They came out to support me. They've always been very, very supportive of me. This is my first show back after 2 years. I was a vegan. You can tell I didn't lean out nearly as much as I did in some of my more recent shows. I got 4th place at this show as well. I was pretty happy about it, considering I had taken some time off. Here's my new coaches, Pete and Apple. This is at the Ironman where I got 1st place just 3 months later. Here's overall comparisons. I'd never done that before. It was so awesome being able to be up there with the top of all the groups. I was Bikini A at this event. Here's my 1st place photo of my group, Bikini A. Not a very good photo of us. Faces look dark. Here's my bodybuilder.com profile photo that they put on there for a little bit. There's my husband, James. He showed up for finals. And then here's my Fit Farm Girl photo shoot that I had done, which was so much fun. Here's one of our older restored tractors we have on our property. Moved into the property, our house, about a year ago and started getting it ready. Started doing some modeling. This is another NPC Bikini girl. I'm always the shortest, though. I do petite, so I don't get in a lot of shows. But look at my hair. I never realized I would have such awesome hair. I'm so happy. Now I'm in the big leagues, so I buy a $500 swimsuit. Actually, it was actually $620 altogether. This is Emerald Cup. I came in a lot better than my first Emerald Cup, but my tan was not on point, and my posing still needed work. This is the Tangi Johnson Classic, a couple of my teammates. And here's overall comparisons for the Tangi Johnson Classic. I won overall short, and the girl in the middle is middle height, and the girl on the far side is tall. Here's our back overall comparisons. And I got 1st place in my division. I was 1st place short. And here's my group, which you guys have already seen in a previous video, so I'm not going to go into it too much. Here's me getting ready for nationals, eating the yummies. My first national show. That's my number. That's me getting on the plane or getting dropped off to go on the plane. One of my teammates, Georgia, at check-in. We were really excited to be there. Great experience. Here's the lineup of girls. So many girls. Here's 1st place on the left, and I'm on the right. I think we both look pretty good. I was really happy when I put myself side by side to 1st place. Me goofing around backstage with some of the other girls. My tan was super dark that time, but a little bit on the smeary side. Wasn't happy with that. Here's the other Washington girls. This girl was at Emerald Cup too. And some guy was like, "Hey girl, you need me to help you with your bags?" And I looked at him like, when you have guns like mine, you don't need help with your bags. Here's Amy and I posing back at the house and my wonderful team the morning after for breakfast. I am still currently ice skating. Like I said, I'm going to try and compete again. Here's my friend that I said that we were always about the same size. And this was at Whistler. And I teach figure skating. And it's the greatest joy ever to pass on what I do to my students. I have a theater on ice team. They're wonderful girls. And my students do very well. And I'm very very pleased with how they're progressing. I'm also, now that I'm thinner and healthier, not just thin, but healthy, I have so much more fun with my husband. I have more fun snowboarding. Everything I do is so much easier because I'm not just skinny, model skinny. I'm very healthy skinny. So life is just fun now. My muscle tone is great. And so here is the before and after, so you can really see the difference in where I've come from. The front shot. Tan's not very good in the green one. I'm not very happy with that. But yes, and somewhere out there, haters will be looking at your fitness photos like this. So you just do your thing, girls, and just do the best you can, and don't worry about what other people say. And make sure you enjoy the journey.